And I think it's also important to remember the example of Robert Leckie, who by his own admission was no angel, no plaster saint, but who was truly a hero. And remember that people, all people, have good and bad qualities. And people make mistakes and they do dumb things. And yet those very people are capable of so much. And yet, so often, we judge. We judge and we judge and we judge and we cast stones. But who are we to judge? Who are we to judge when a man like Robert Leckie, Lucky Leckie, who not only drank to excess and chased girls and pulled a pistol on his superior officer, and who got so nervous, so scared. Yes, I'm going to call it scared, who got so scared that he would lose control of his bladder every time he went to sleep. And yet he overcame that fear with more bravery in his heart than most of us can even fathom. So, who are we to judge? We shouldn't judge people. We should help them. And there's probably nothing more we can do to live a worthwhile life than to help people. To help other people. And in helping other people, I promise you will be rewarded and you will be helping yourself too. And one more thing that we see in this book once again is the strength of human will. We see men tested beyond anything we can imagine. And then when they pass that test one time, they get given that test again and then again. And still they overcome. They overcome the pain and the suffering and the fear. And yet we can't get ourselves out of bed in the morning. We can't move toward a goal we've set for ourselves. Don't allow that. Remember the Tenarue River. Remember the airfield at Guadalcanal. Remember the discipline instilled in every Marine at Paris Island. And remember what you remember what you are capable of if you mobilize your will. And if you keep moving forward, you keep advancing. Remember what you are capable of if you keep attacking and keep attacking and keep attacking and don't stop. Don't stop moving forward and don't stop attacking and don't succumb to the suffering and the pain and the fear. Don't succumb, but instead move forward and attack. And I think that's all I've got for tonight. So, Echo Charles.
Yes.
While I'm over here doing a little decompression,
Sure.
maybe you could mobilize your will
Sure.
to let people know, I don't know, how to support this podcast or something.
Yeah, I will make the disclaimer. It doesn't take much will to do this, but I do see it as a time to decompress a little bit.
Bro, seriously.
Yeah.
Can you even imagine?
Again,
You're getting tested over and over again. You're going through the hardest possible test.
with dysentery and a hernia.
With dysentery, a hernia, you're pissing yourself, your friends are getting killed. You pass that test through some miracle. And they're like, yeah, you got another test.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to prepare you for the test, we're going to make you suffer more. And then so you get tested again. That's cool. But doesn't matter. It's not the final exam. You're going to do it again. And you know, again, I say this all the time. This is thousands and thousands and thousands of people did this. It's not. That's what's important to remember. This is a civilian. This guy was a civilian.
Yeah, it sounds like this crazy extreme
No.
case. And this is all the cases.
Yes, this is all the cases. This is all the cases. He says, look, courage was common.
Yeah.
There was a rare case where we'd get touched by this fear and it would overtake guys, and if we bolster them back up the best we could. But this isn't an anomaly. This isn't the story of the singular hero.
Right.
This is the story of thousands and thousands of heroes, and this is the story of what people are capable of. People are capable of this. It's proven.
Yeah.
And when you think you can't take any more, guess what? You can.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep. Well, if I got dysentery, I wouldn't get out of bed. Straight up. Let alone all this other stuff. Yeah, I'm in bed. Maybe I'd go to the hospital or something like that. But then I'd stay in the hospital bed.
Even Echo Charles could employ the will and carry on with dysentery.
Yeah.
I didn't even say he got malaria too, by the way. You know.
Was it him? I thought it was his friend.
He got it too. His friend got malaria, but he got malaria too. Got it. That's when they went to look at his hernia. They're like, hey, you got to go back to the front. Oh, but you got malaria. Suffer through that for whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that's 4 days. Okay, now you can go back.
Okay, you're good now? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys are just unbelievable.